Cadence of Conflict, Asia, April 3rd, 2017. China continues an uphill battle with the Western media. Sunflower students were cleared of all charges in their occupation of their nation's legislature 3 years ago, almost to the day. Joined by leaders Lin and Chun, Joshua Wong from Hong Kong's Umbrella Movement urged the release of a Taiwanese college instructor, Li Mingche, from China's custody. Li is an advocate for human rights and is being held for matters of national security. The best way to understand Hong Kong's Umbrella Movement's end game is regime change in China. Hong Kong has no military, and pro-independence Hong Kongers don't seem to be advocating mandatory military draft enrollment for all Hong Kong males. Taiwanese males not only have mandatory draft enrollment, but a minimum compulsory service time after finishing school. Taiwan's student movement interrupted secret government talks between the U.S. adversary China and the U.S. ally Taiwan. Taiwan purchases military equipment from the U.S., including Apache gunships and F-16 fighters, though trade was the primary concern of the Taiwanese protest. Both military and trade are China-related talking points from President Trump, especially this week. No such talking points related to the Hong Kong protests. The Taiwanese movement was led by young men who would serve in their nation's military, disrupted the government's legislature for 3 weeks, and resulted in change. The Hong Kong protests were led by young men forbidden by their government from serving in their military, occupied public streets for 3 months, and only led to international attention. The only way to gauge the Hong Kong protests as a success is if the goal was to stir international attention in the media to raise sentiment against China. Enough sentiment that China's government changes enough to grant Hong Kong independence. That is quite a significant change, enough for China to consider the matter one of national security. So then, viewing activism as a matter of national security in China makes sense. Hong Kong's status with China and human rights are topics Western media readers are interested in. By detaining people who live outside of China, inside of China, activists such as Joshua Wong are receiving all the ammunition they need, courtesy of China. China truly is in a war against the Western newspapers. That is probably why economics are Beijing's primary tool against North Korea, while Donald Trump seems to have a different strategy in mind. And that is the cadence of the conflict already seen in the Pacific.